Okay. I think we're live.
I
I think we're live. Are we live? Please tell me. Yes, we are.
Yay!
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
What's up, dudes?
There's a small mouse and a big mouse.
Okay.
What the? You can.
What I'm gonna do is.
How did you do that? How do you move the screen? How do you move the screen? How did you move the screen?
Isn't that cool?
How do you move the screen, Daddy?
Because I have two screens.
Ah. You have a big mouse and a small mouse, that's why.
Okay, let's test the chat. Testing. Oh, no one. Test.
Why is he not?
Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you just said that.
Yes, I did. Okay, no one. Oh, we are chatting on Twitter. Interesting. That's cool.
Jelly just chat into Twitter too. And
Jelly?
and Jelly. Yeah, and the other YouTubers.
So
many.
Which YouTubers do you watch, Joaquin?
Ryan and Jelly, Silverman, Craner, Jordy, so many. Daniel.
So many?
Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel, Mommy. There's so many.
Whoa.
There's like 30.
You watch 30 YouTubers?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I just watched Freddy and so many. Crainer.
Mm-hmm.
Jordy, Ryan, Mommy, Ryan's mom, Daddy.
Ryan's mom.
Ryan's mom. Ryan's daddy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we are the YouTuber too.
Who, us?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to be. Let's say something like find out how to stream,
Cool.
create content,
Kiss. I.
Understanding, I don't know, new media. What else can I say? Tips for live streaming and how equipment to get for making content. Okay. So now you can see that.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then
that is so cool.
Let me see if it's going online.
That is so cool.
Yeah. See, and we're online right now. And then if we check Facebook, let's check Facebook.
I think it's not gonna work on Facebook.
No, I'll show it to you. See?
Oh, okay. Let's watch it.
No, we're live, baby. See? See? See that? Get it?
I can see it. Yeah. That's cool.
So, are you gonna stick around, baby?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? Are you gonna say anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something to the people.
What do you want to say to the people? I'm gonna write a type. I'm gonna type something.
So we're doing a video for you guys.
Okay.
And look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay.
And look at the look at the big TV over there. Oh my gosh.
So just to tell you guys how I'm doing this, I'm using Restream. You can only go live on your.
Yeah, you need to get live. You're only live. Live. Live.
Where did you go today? This weekend, Joaquin?
I went to the park always.
Where else?
My friends are there. Your best friends are there.
No one can see you. You're standing up. Wait. Let me adjust it. Okay. There you go.
So I'm gonna have Daddy because this is Daddy's mouse and Daddy and type.
Okay.
Anything?
Thanks, Marlo, for the like or love.
Yeah, love. Yeah. Like.
You're gonna show everyone your teeth. Ew. You don't have teeth. Hey. No, don't show your teeth. You don't have teeth. If anyone's got questions on how I'm doing this, just message me. It's basically I've got the Atom Mini, I've got Restream.
Hi for Daddy.
Okay. Are you gonna stick around or I'm gonna finish this?
I wanna stick around.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say goodbye.
You're gonna say goodbye. Okay, I'll show you a cool trick, and for the people who don't know, it's called. I'm putting like animations. For example, this one you see right now, it says media publisher, my experience and the art of churning content. I'm doing that through something called Titler Live. So check that out.
Oh, I have a new card? Is that your card or my card? Is that your card?
What are you showing? Oh, that. No, see, it's broken.
Right.
So I tried to get this off Amazon. This is a repair thing for if your Nintendo controllers are broken, you're supposed to be able to fix it, but I couldn't fix it.
Yeah, it's a 9, but he couldn't fix it because it is 10.
Are you gonna stand or sit?
I stand.
You're gonna stand. Okay. You gotta tell me, cause hey, you moved the mouse. I can't see what's going on. All right. So
are we saying goodbye or what?
Saying goodbye. No, I'm gonna keep talking, baby. You can leave if you want. Are you gonna stay? You gonna talk, or you gonna let me talk?
I'm gonna talk.
I'm gonna talk now. Okay, but then you have to keep quiet.
Okay.
Understood?
Understood.
All right. So, how I'm getting this setup done is got this cool Rode mic. I'm gonna adjust my camera again. Okay, and then I've got the Atom Mini. Okay, which is going to OBS Studio, and I could have, let's say, a second camera and switch cameras if I wanted. But what I'm doing right now is just making sure my audio is in a separate channel so that I've got good audio. Okay?
Okay.
Next, what I really want to talk about is the graphic I showed earlier. Hey, you can't make sound. I'm gonna talk, baby. So either you go out or you sit, but you gotta keep quiet. Okay, good job. So thanks, Joaquin. So why I'm trying to do a live stream instead of putting this out on YouTube is because it's just faster, it's easier, and it's a good way to just churn out content, which is the lower third I'm showing you guys right now. Um, next thing is I've been working in a media company or a media publisher for 2.5 years, so should be able to give some sort of knowledge. So give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. So, um, being in a media publisher company is quite different from working with an agency or what's another place you could be working in. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of different types of companies you could work at, being a videographer. But yeah, luckily I got into a media publisher. So media publisher is basically something like BuzzFeed. So you've probably heard of BuzzFeed, BuzzFeed India. There's a bunch of other media publishers or new media as it's called. Um, it's hard to distinguish because you are not an agency. Usually, an agency is doing white label stuff, which means here's a bunch of money. We're gonna do 2 videos, 3 videos, make it look good, make it cinematic or whatever. It could be a skit. That's it. That's all you do. Whereas a media company is more like, or media publisher or new media is basically native content, which means it doesn't look like an ad. It looks like, oh, I'm just reading an article and it's editorial, and yeah, like, it's cool. This is happening a lot now. Now old media, which is like, if you're from Dubai, you'd probably know about um, Gulf News, College Times, ITP, which do a bunch of magazines. I used to always go on Time Out, for example, and just read articles about, oh, okay, this is what you can do in Dubai, whatever, and then you know that it's sponsored. Some of these articles are for promoting something, right? Whereas now it's um, it's a little bit different because companies, well, not here in Dubai, but most companies in the States, in the US, are doing that. So you have Huffington Post, you have BuzzFeed, as mentioned, you have Thrillist, you have stuff in Canada like Daily Hive and Narcity, and the list goes on. There's stuff in the UK. Um, the point is, native advertising or native articles, native video doesn't look super production. It's very using your iPhone, you're going to this event, or you're going in this car, or you're going into the shopping mall, and it just looks more raw. So the type of videos I've been making are not very high end. It's not like watching some crazy high budget cinematic thing, or having, you know, an AD, a DP, a producer. Like, no, it's a one man show thing. If I do get help, cool. If I don't, then I don't. Usually there's someone in charge of client servicing who deals with the client, whether it be an agency or a direct client. So it's cool. Uh, it's very different from when I used to work in La Pearl. So La Pearl was a theater show. It was an up tour. That was completely different. Like, I literally just came to work, recorded a bunch of acrobats, kind of docu style, and that's that was really it. There was no like you need to, you know, do storytelling. You need to do there was some sort of storytelling, but I mean it's not as much as I'm doing now, where you're kind of limited to what the brief gives you, but then you have to, with those limitations, you have to be creative as to how you go about it. How do you do a shopping festival campaign, but you're just going to a mall? You're just taking video of activation. Um, so those are the things I'm doing in a new media or a media publisher. And yeah, you're more of a it's a more of a team play, which is kind of nice, but it's also learning how to deal with a team. So it's not like you just go out and start shooting stuff. You know, you film whatever. Oh, like as a videographer, you want to take the best footage. You want that cool sign. You want people eating and make it look nice, and do, you know, my usual. I do cross lighting, but then I don't have time to like, oh, put some fill and get a nice diffuser. And no, I literally go in, bam, 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 got 3 to 4 hours. That's how it is. Um, but working with the team is what's the challenge, and what I have to keep working on as well. So it's about knowing that it's not just about the video. It's a whole campaign. So it's from, you know, doing, there's articles involved. There's yes, the video, but then there's also, for example, you might be in a media publisher or even a social media company, and you have to do Instagram stories. So Instagram stories are big. That's just how it is right now. So understanding that that's really the game right now. It's different platforms. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna be big on YouTube. Like, no. It's funny because I was in Russell Kema yesterday. I met these two guys, and they showed me this amazing video they did. It was so insanely good. Like, it was like watching Matt Como or watching Sam Colder, like that level of um, what do you call it, production. And it was just two guys. One guy was really good with FPV drone, so I was just asking him a bunch of questions like, "Oh, how do you do this? Like, you have to put goggles on your head, and like that's insane. Like, how do you do that?" And then the other guy was the more of the video editor guy. So he showed me the video he did. Both of them did, and this was just them trying to do something that is creative and not their job. They're not their 9 to 5, which is why I go, drone, and why I use my Insta 360 or get an electric skateboard. I want something that's completely different from my actual job, which is videography, or somewhat being a producer. It's a bit of both. It's a bit of storytelling and content creator. So you're juggling a bunch of other things, not just I'm a videographer, I'm gonna go outside and take video. The way you edit, the pace, the flow, and a bunch of other things. Anyway, so it's funny because as a videographer and people who are into to video editing, we love details, and we love spending 3 to 4 weeks on this amazing piece of video. And I used to do that when I was getting into video and photography, and I've completely stopped photography. I've completely stopped like doing stuff on After Effects, and literally just I'm just churning, like literally. I come to work, bam, 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 bam. I'm just churning content, like you have no idea. Like in the mornings, I'll do like a news video, and then I'll do something later about I'll do a rip share. What does rip share mean? Um, Rip shares mean I'll take something from from online, which is getting big. Like someone did something crazy in Dubai, and then make a video out of that. Um, so the point I'm trying to make is there is that conflict. There is that whole thing about what is good content, and what do you define as good content, because um, it's just very subjective. Like anyone who knows about this stuff would probably know who Gary Vee is. So like his whole thing is about, you have one piece. So let's say I'm doing this live stream, and this is gonna be an hour. What I should be doing is taking this 1 hour that I'm making right now, and then I make 100 pieces of content with it. What does that mean? I take, like, let's say this certain segment of this 1 hour, which is a 5 minute nugget of golden information, and I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll do something else on my Instagram story, and then I'll do something else on my Instagram feed. I'll just have a picture of me having a nice thumbnail going like whatever. So 50 to 100 pieces of content on this one thing I'm doing right now, which, yeah, if you have the time. So that's the whole thing. Like back then, let's say if you did start YouTube 10 years ago, oh yeah, you would know, just focus on YouTube and just do that. Whereas now it's more of, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Snapchat, you've got TikTok. That's 6. And I think there's 2 more. I'm just not remembering right now. Um, what else could you be doing? Like there's so many things. Like the struggle is, as a content creator, is how are you able to churn so much content and you're by yourself? Yes, you could use Fiverr, you could use Upwork, you could outsource. That's what YouTubers are doing right now. They're just outsourcing, making people, you know, uh, update their websites with articles or whatever, and you just have a ghostwriter. Yeah, I mean, look, if you can, and at the same time know how to analyze your insights, and you already have a loyal base and so on, do it, man. Like it's up to you. My struggle is how to be consistent. I think that's the main issue for me, because I could do this. I like doing this. I like being more technical, where you have, um, oh, like this is something cool, like live streaming is cool, or like how do I make my audio better, or whatever, or how do I make this cool cinematic shot, or how did I see this on my feed, and it looks so cool. Like this guy made this globe, which I find interesting. Um, it's another thing I was saying to these guys yesterday, which is people don't really care about what content you're making, no matter how cool it is. They showed me a 3 minute video, or 2 minute, I can't remember. Amazing stuff, voiceover, like all the shots were like super good. And then I told them, listen, you guys are good, but you forget that no one cares. And what I mean by that is, if you go on your Instagram feed, so I'm gonna go through my feed right now. Now, for video is different. Like this is an image, which is fine, so it's a square. Now, I'm just gonna go through my feed. Now, this is not bad. Crossover DXB. He's got like a little image, text, and then he's got his landscape video. Ideally, what he should be doing is formatting it on Adobe Premiere or whatever, uh, you know, thing he's using, and make it square. Make his podcast square, and have subtitles. That's again the issue right now. Is do you have the manpower? Do people know that? It's a lot of people are doing very cool stuff, but then they forget what platform they're on. For example, cut. This is really good. 4:5 for IGTV. The problem is there's no subtitles. I'm gonna skip, guys. Like, doesn't matter at all. Um, Let me see another one. Like, just trying to find something like same thing. Like, I'm into cool filming stuff on my IG. Now this is cool because it's a visual thing, so I'm not gonna complain. But like for example, Talib Kweli is trying to show something. I get it, but if he had an editor on that, he would have subtitles on it. So that's the big thing right now. You gotta have subtitles to get more views, to get more audience retention. Um, Now that could be very, what's the word to use? Micro level of looking at it, because you don't necessarily need subtitles for everything. Sometimes it's just a visual thing, but like for example, I don't know who this guy is. He's probably a videographer or content creator. Landscape. This is not going to work because there's so much distractions on my feed that this little rectangle is just gonna get lost, and I'm just gonna scroll. So like this works. He's doing a 4:5. He's got some text on it, and I'm gonna watch it. This works. Russell Brand. He's talking. He's got some text on top. He's got his subtitles. So that's Instagram. And you can do the same on Twitter, and you can do the same on Facebook. I mean, if we go on Facebook right now, and you go to your Facebook watch, ooh, my upload is really bad. My upload speed. Anyway, whatever. Um, So Nas Daily is really good at this. He does these caption, but yeah, see, he does his subtitles, and then he does talking, and yeah, point to camera for the first 3 seconds. So that's another thing, having a hook at the start. um Sugar Sammy, subtitles square. um See, this is bad. 5 pillars. You're doing a rectangle. Like, why? Like, who's gonna watch that with so many distractions? And yeah, see, this works. Channel 5 know what they're doing. Subtitles, square, making a listicle. So top 5 works. So it's one of those things right now where you just have to not really think too much about being cinematic. I could be completely wrong, but again, it also depends on how big your production company is. Maybe you outsource, or you just do stuff in a studio. um yeah, lots of factors, but this is just my experience being in a media publisher or a new media. As for now, things could change. There's a lot of things changing, actually. um Another thing that's coming up is something called OTT, which is your streaming platforms. So, for example, how long have I been on? Yeah, 30 minutes. Okay, I should stop. Too much ranting. But it's not ranting, I'm just saying stuff. OTT. So it's like Netflix, Hulu, Roku, all these guys. And now it's happening in Dubai and in this region. And I just went to one the other day in Al Quoz, and it's called Vuzel. Vuzel or Vuzel. They had this like really grandeur, what's the word to use? I don't know. Big opening, and pretty much how you would open up any app. This is not easy to do, by the way. Like, to have this interface and have licensing and all this stuff for these food channels. I mean, food channels. I mean, TV shows. Unless you make all of these TV shows, which I think would be crazy.